Hello again, everyone. My name is Arios, and happy Saturday. I hope everyone had a pretty decent week, or passable, or fantastic. If you had a decent one, then, that's great. If you had a fantastic one, then I freaking hate you, because my week has been really not bad, but not all that good. A couple of things is that throughout the week, I had issues with my car. I woke up one morning with a flat tire, which, I mean, that's not the end of the world. But the problem is I don't have a spare for my car because I have yet to purchase a spare. Actually, I don't even think I can keep a spare. I think I can only keep a donut in my car. But I came out and there was a screw sticking out. So I couldn't drive on it. It was too flat to where I didn't want to risk driving on it. And what made matters worse is that any of the people who could give me a ride to go get any kind of temporary tire repair were all at work or were busy. So I wound up having to walk, not very far, to a gas station. I picked something up, I came back, I repaired it, I drove all the way to a tire place near where I work. I dropped off my car and bought 2 new tires for it, which is fantastic because that was even more money that I had to fork out on this car. Then I walked around the corner to work. Then when they called me about an hour or two later, I walked all the way back. So that was probably a good indication that the week was going to be a little rough. Another thing is yesterday, my brother's been having issues with his van for a while. So they took it into the shop and they got it fixed. Well, apparently when he was driving it to go pick up his kids from school, it was still having issues. So I had to get up and go and help him with that, and I just wanted to take a freaking nap. I know, first world problems. But as soon as I got home, he called and said that he was still having issues. He ran back to the place where he got it fixed. I drove back over there to do it, and then as soon as I got here, I had to go and pick up my sister-in-law from work and go drop her off somewhere. And then as soon as I got home from that, I didn't feel like doing anything. I was going to go to the gym. I didn't even do that. And I feel bad about that because I was doing pretty good this week. I even actually ran, and it's not that much, but I ran 2 miles, and I actually ran it faster than I have in the past. So it's really cool to actually see me progressing with this whole working out thing and seeing progress with it. But anyway, and then I was also playing. I purchased Sonic Mania, and oh my gosh, it's so awesome. But I got stuck on a level, and I got stuck in a loop for a long period of time unnecessarily, and it was just kind of frustrating me. But that was nothing because it's Sonic. It's an old side-scroller game. But I was playing Fortnite, and I've been using the same assault rifle for almost the entire second half of Tier 1 and the first half of Tier 2. Well, I decided that I was going to evolve it yesterday, and the thing about the game is that when you evolve it, it gets more powerful. You can upgrade it more, but it uses different materials. And I didn't realize when I evolved it to Tier 3 that it was using Tier 3 materials, which that makes sense now that I say it out loud. And I didn't have any, and I couldn't make that assault rifle, and the one that I had was almost out, and that was my most powerful weapon. I had invested so much into it because it has a headshot bonus, and it's a semi-automatic assault rifle, so I can just shoot at my own pace, and I just like wail on people, and I just drop them. Even takers, I can mow down pretty quick with that assault rifle. And now I can't because I'm still only in Tier 2. So I was like, okay, that's no big deal. I'll pick a new weapon, I'll invest into that, that'll be my temporary weapon. Nope, I cannot find a weapon that even remotely comes close to that assault rifle. It might also be because it's an elemental assault rifle, because I think it's got lightning on it, but regardless, it's so much harder for me now because I have a pistol and its DPS is actually much better than my assault rifle, but the DPS is literally its damage per second. So it's me rapid fire clicking to get the most out of the damage, and even that just doesn't cut it. I did a shield defense solo, couldn't keep up with all the monsters attacking me. Like, I was just getting stomped. And it sucks because I've been progressing slowly so I can enjoy the game, but now I'm going to have to pick it up a little bit, or hopefully I can get lucky and find me another good schematic for a decent either assault rifle or some kind of mid-range gun that I can use as my backup. And that was just so frustrating because it made the game like 10,000 times harder because I don't have a strong enough weapon. Ugh. But anyway, and then this morning I was supposed to go up and go dog walking with my mother and my little brother, but it's raining outside, so yay! This week has been spectacular so far. But beyond that, it's not been that bad. I mean, it's not been a horrible, like, I give up on everything kind of week. It's just a few of the days have just been kind of throwing holes into everything. So it's fine. It's Saturday. It's the weekend. I have zero plans to do absolutely anything. So I'm just going to relax. I'm going to spend the day gaming. And I may go out and do some other things, but nothing like strenuous or adult related because everything adulty that I needed to do has been done. Anyway, this next section here is kind of something I wanted to say to indie developers. So first off, I appreciate any of the indie developers who like the videos that I do for their games. And because anytime I make a video, and I'll always share a video with an indie developer, even if I didn't care much for the game or something like that. But my enthusiasm toward the game is obvious based on if I do really like it, or if I'm just kind of there analyzing it. Which that's another thing is I wear my emotions on my shoulder pretty easily, so you can usually tell when I'm kind of trying to find the good in a game, but then when I'm really enthusiastic about a game, you can tell. But what I wanted to say about that is to any developers that are any of the indie developers out there who are like give me like Steam keys and stuff like that. I appreciate it. I love getting gifts from the developer. Honestly, I get more out of it myself whenever the developers really enjoy what I do and it helps them in some way, because I've said it before, I'm doing this YouTube thing predominantly to live vicariously through indie developers, and then naturally to potentially entertain and inform other people, even though I think the entertainment part is lacking, but the informative part seems to be there, because I still think I give pretty decent overviews of some games. But I just wanted to, I just kind of wanted to say that, so that if any developers think that I have to give or anybody thinks that I give good reviews to get free stuff, that's not the case. Because I'll make fun of a game that's bad, but I'm not going to just completely shit on a game that I don't understand. But if it's a game like, oh, this is supposed to be a Sonic clone, and it winds up feeling exactly like Halo or something like that, oh, I'm gonna shit on that. That's not gonna deserve a positive look at. But I'm still gonna be critical, but I'm still gonna analyze as much as I can. But if developers do start giving me keys, more than one, I am gonna start giving those away. So other than giving, I'll give one or two to other like YouTubers that I collab with or something like that. But I will start doing in the videos of the game that I'm playing, if I've got the keys, then I will say in the video, and I'll technically, it's technically considered a sponsored video at that point, which that's cool to actually say that I have a semi-sponsored video. But I will start giving away those keys. So to anyone that actually watches, that actually enjoys my content, and you potentially want a free game, or if you're new here and you might want free keys, just make sure to subscribe, comment in the video, and I'll do a random giveaway, and I'll shoot you a message on the YouTube Messenger for right now until I get everything up, because I'm still fairly small. So keep in mind that this is not going to be like, oh, every week I'm going to get a bunch of free keys to give away, blah, 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 blah. But if I do get spare keys, I will turn them around to other people so that you can play the games for yourself. And especially if I get free keys for a story-driven game, I'll make sure to not turn that into a series so I don't ruin it for people. Maybe. It depends on how much I like it. That was more of a heads up because I have gotten some developers that have given me keys for things, and I adore that. Thank you, but I don't want people to think, or I don't want developers to think that that's the only way to get me to review a game or to play a game, because I go and I look for games, and then if I get any suggestions, I'll play games. But there doesn't have to be a sponsorship for me to play a game. If it's a good game and I enjoy the game, or if it's a game that just people want me to look into, I'll do it. I mean, it's fun. It's fun to see people actually make suggestions for games that they may be passionate about. But anyway, so on to what I did this week. I did only go to the gym 3 days this week because of potential laziness and stuff like that. But they were 3 pretty hard push days in my opinion, so I did pretty well in those. And then also, my meal for the week, I made mozzarella or spinach mozzarella stuffed chicken, which they don't look that fancy, honestly, because I didn't really get to stuff them because I didn't flatten them out enough to actually roll them into a stuffable thing. They're more like tacos. They're more like chicken tacos stuffed with mozzarella and spinach, which I'm not disappointed. They tasted great. They tasted really, really good. It was actually just kind of fun because when I was making those, and then I was also making other things for the week, I just for some reason got this stupid smile on my face because I was multitasking while I was cooking, and I was just enjoying myself. I was actually just having a lot of fun doing it because I do enjoy cooking. I'm not that good when it comes to small, intricate, one tablespoon of this, 2 tablespoons of this, 3 tablespoons of this. Oh, now it has to sit for 10 minutes. Do another set. Now it has to sit for 30 minutes. Do another set. Like that kind of thing. Like I don't know. I think I'm more of the lazy cooker that it's stuff in layers and I can make it. Yeah. So that's how it's been. I've actually been doing. I've been feeling pretty good this week. I've been sleeping much better this week. It's been great. And it's an interesting feeling to actually be sore and sleeping well. So I don't know. I know I say interesting, like, nobody ever feels that, but it's not common for me, honestly, because I don't usually have bad night sleeps, but I wind up staying later than I should, and it winds up being my own fault. Blah, 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 and then I wind up suffering for it, and I wind up being one of those people that it's like, let me tell you about my bad sleep last night, and then people just hate you for it. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me on this video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you have any suggestions on things you would like for me to talk about for next week, leave a comment down below because we might talk about that next time. See ya!